Hey guys, look, I got a new XLR cable. I'd say I like to start a show hot. I like to start a show hot with a hot topic that's happening in my life, and that's I got a new XLR cable, so I can walk around with this now. I can put it up to my face, and I can play with it again and get a minimal amount of handling noise. How exciting! How exciting is that? I don't know how long we're gonna do. I don't know if I have an hour in me. Things are crappy. I just got to watch the last Good Morning You Drunks. I don't know why those guys are acting like it's the last Good Morning You Drunks. I like to tune in and realize that they're pitching that we're doing the last Good Morning You Drunks. If that was the last Good Morning You Drunks, don't you guys think I would be there? I feel like I'm heavy. I think I'm coming in hot. Don't you guys think I would be there for the last? I didn't even know they were doing a show. I thought they were taking a little break. We've even got a show that we're doing. We're gonna be at Playback this weekend, where we're gonna be calling some games and doing some commentary on some Street Fighter tournaments and Mario Kart tournaments. It was amazing. I tune in and it's the last Good Morning You Drunks and everybody's tearful. It's not the last Good Morning You Drunks. We're all a little burned out. We're probably going to take a couple of weeks to let the fallout from the studio. Now it is the last of Radio Free Radio. That's true. We are going back to being solo artists together. That's not how that works, huh? It's not the last of Good Morning You Drunks. We'll be back. We just gotta reset a little bit. We gotta get things. We gotta get things going, and then we'll be back. I really do hope that all the Radio Free Radio shows spin off and are able to do their own things, because there were a lot of good shows, and they don't really need us. I mean, what are we really doing for them? We're just making their lives harder. I think it's going to be easier for them to continue on their own, and I hope that each and every show does. There's not a bad show. We wouldn't have put on a bad show. We wouldn't have kept a bad show. That's why Shakespeare doesn't have a show anymore. Just get rid of all the bad ones, and what we had at the end of the day was we had a good selection of shows. Is it ending? Yes, because it's just it was as we took the step, and I think we needed to take that step. Problem is, I don't think that we didn't have the management structure there in place to take that step. We didn't realize it because everything's fine when you're in a garage, but once you start, putting the fact that we have to get money every month, and when you put up the fact that, Justin was pretty much producing a lot of the shows. We had to pull Keith in to help run a lot of, not to run shows, but to, let people in. There were a lot of problems, and this is going to be good. I mean, there's not a person that was on Radio Free Radio that isn't talented enough to continue this, and they're going to. I mean, I think you're going to see Seven with the show. That dude has got it. I really hate that I never got to really work with him that much. Chocolate Milk with Waffles, whatever we could do to help those guys continue their show. I mean, they've got the venue. Maybe they can, do a little show from the venue every week. I don't know. I'll tell you what happened. If you would like to know exactly what happened with Radio Free Radio, here's exactly what happened. It was too much. It was too much. It's hard to try to rein in a bunch of big personalities. And what Radio Free Radio had more than anything, I can attest because I'm one of them, is we had big personalities. And when you don't have we kind of went into it, Justin and I and Nathan, with this whole kind of communist communal thing where, hey, as long as we have enough love, it's enough. We'll suffice. We'll find a way to become bigger than we are. No. Because then a year and a half later it became a logistical nightmare where there were no processes in place, and we were scrambling to get the processes in place, and before you know it, he's having a breakdown, I'm having a breakdown, Nathan was like just eating chalk. I don't know why. I don't know who gave him chalk. I don't know why he decides to continue eating chalk. But there you go. That's where we're at. So I don't know why those guys were getting all weepy. We'll be fine. We'll go back to being a podcast. We'll work on the shows separately. We've got Popped. You know, I mean, you're going to be... There's plenty of ways to find us. I didn't even know they were going to do a show. Those dicks. That's fine. That's going to be my new mantra. That's fine. You know where I think my my ex is right now? I think she's on a date. 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks. And she's still under the roof, under this roof, under my roof. She's still in this house. She couldn't wait long enough to go out and start dating, and I'm pretty. So I'm at the point right now where I want to burn it all down. I want to burn everything down. I would, if I could find a way to fake my own death, and this isn't even a bait. If I could find a way to fake my own death and just start over, at this point I would do it. It's just nothing is going right for me, and it's not like woe is me. No, I mean obviously I'm gonna hunker down and I'm gonna make sure that everything gets done, but like nothing could go right. I come home, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get the yard done. I had to go buy a weed whacker. I go buy a weed whacker. Half the weed whacker just not there, just not in the box. Apparently somebody returned the weed whacker, but not all of the weed whacker. So that was fantastic. And then before you know it, the sun's down and I don't have the yard done. It's little things like that. I went to Aldi. They don't even have bags. I tried to get a cart. It was 25 cents to get a cart. I want to burn Aldi down. Keith is right. Oh, and hi, guys. I'm sorry. I went straight to bitching. I didn't even acknowledge you guys. Thanks for coming by. I decided to go on for a little while. That means I'll probably go. I'll go an hour. You know me. I got so much to bitch about. I feel bad though. I feel bad that I didn't say hi to you guys. Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on with you guys? I want to hear. You know what's going on with my ex is now on a date. She can't wait 2 weeks. She's out on the date. She's probably gonna be really, really mad that I brought that up. I didn't even take much to get it out of her. Just boom. I'm on a date. So you know what I did? I went to the gym. I left. Don't tell work. I left work a little early. I just immediately got up from my desk, put my gym pants on, and went straight to the gym, and I worked it off in the gym. And I worked harder than I've ever worked before. I hit the bike, and I was pedaling harder. Before now, I've been able to max out. I max out at 30 minutes. I can barely do that. And I said to myself today, I want to hit 35 today. I'm going to do 35 minutes. I'm going to do it hard. I'm going to do harder than I've done it. I hit 30 minutes, and I'm tired. And you know what I did? I dug down. I said, you got to keep going. You have to keep going because I have to win. I got to find a hot girlfriend now. It's on. I've got to find a hot girlfriend. So I hit 30 minutes, and that's all I thought about. I laser focused. Just keep going. Go harder. 5 more minutes. Hot girlfriend. You're going to win. I didn't even realize it was about winning until she got to go date. But that's fine because I'm laser focused. I hit 30 minutes, kept going. It was the hardest thing ever. Everything hurt. Everything was aching. And I just kept going. Not only did I keep going, I started just pedaling faster and faster. Just working through the hurt, making it hurt. Every time it hurt, I just thought about the more it hurts, the hotter the girl you're going to end up with. And smart. Brain. So it's like hot and then brains. That's what I'm looking for. It's like hotness and then like brains. Like somewhere down there. So hotness, then brains. I hit 35. I looked down. I hit 35. And you know what I did? I kept going. I said, forget this. I've hit 35. And I kept going even harder, even faster. Past the 35-minute mark. I got it to 35 and a half. So I got 35 minutes, 30 seconds. And then I had to chill out and pull it down. But you know what? That's fine because I'm focused. I came home. I got hungry. I ate an apple, and then I devoured a salad. Look, proof. Look at that. Had a salad. Had a salad, a little chicken. That's what I ate. That was my dinner. No fast food. Just I did go to the Aldi. Emily brings up that why do they think they can hold the quarters hostage? I don't like the fact that they try to give you your quarter back. Whatever. I put a quarter in. I got my cart. How about you just keep that quarter? That's what I say. Just keep the quarter. I don't even care. You keep that quarter. I don't want the quarter back. And then I get up there and realize, oh, of course, it's one of these places. It's one of these places. I don't have any bags. I don't know, lady. Just load my arms up. I'm going to carry them out. I tried to be very, very productive today. The gym was definitely very, very, very productive. I just keep going harder and harder until I'm just rock hard. That's my whole point in all this. You know what? I'm going to be rock hard. Look at these arms. These giant arms. Lifting weights. Doing cardio. Just bro fisting. Just fisting bros. That's what I was doing. I was like, hey, bro, let's fist. And I would fist the bro. I didn't think it would ever be like that. But that's what I'm doing now. I'm slowly losing weight. Like, I think I'm down to 393. It's slowly getting off, but my fitness is better. I'm standing up taller. I'm walking faster. You know, I can feel it. I can feel myself doing that stuff, and that makes me excited. Because the more I do that, the hotter women I get. I made a mistake, though. So I hear yesterday, and it was just, you know what? I'm trying to be very understanding on all of this. I'm just trying to be very, very understanding. I'm trying to be very progressive. But, you know, it's tough. Obviously, there's no way we're ever reconciling. I mean, we're not getting back together. Neither of us want that because, you know, we both want different things. And that's fine. But, you know, there's something when you hear about the date, and it had to happen. It had to happen eventually, and you know, I'm fine with it happening. Although, it did lead to one of the best jokes. Apparently, she said that he was half Japanese, and I was relaying this bit of information to Sarah, and she said, "I hope it's the bottom half," which might be the greatest joke that's ever been told. I just gonna stop talking to me, by the way. She's not gonna like the fact that I'm actually putting stuff out there. She probably thinks it makes her look bad. I don't know. It doesn't make it look bad. This is just what you've chosen to do. I don't agree with it. Obviously. So I got mad and I went on Tinder. I don't like Tinder. I don't understand it. I don't understand how I'm supposed to find a woman on Tinder. It was just me swiping left. I've never swiped left more in my life. How am I supposed to find a woman on this? I don't know. Keith makes a good point. She shouldn't do, if she doesn't want it out, she shouldn't do stupid shit to a guy who broadcasts his life. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, especially not right now. When I'm in a very, very honest mood. I feel like I've got just nothing but salad in my teeth. I'm excited. Only I feel like I was going somewhere. Oh yeah, Tinder. The stupid Tinder. How do you idiots get on Tinder? I don't mean that to you guys. I don't know why I just called everybody idiots. I'm just insulting people. I don't get it. I don't get online dating. Like there's no one on the Tinder that is even close to what I'm looking for. Maybe that's me. I mean, there's a ton. I'll tell you right off. There's a ton. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm just not there for the right reasons on the Tinder, because I think the Tinder is actually it's like an F machine. You just, okay, I'm gonna F this person. I'm gonna F this person. Like, I guess that's what it is. Because I think I'm using it wrong. See, Ginny says that I'm using it for dating. So I see these women and they don't have profiles. I'm like, what? Put some effort into this. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to find what am I supposed to do? I really have no idea. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do to meet women. Am I supposed to just walk around the office with my zipper down? That's probably not it. That's probably not the answer. I don't even know why I thought that. And no, I did not do that today. That you know of. What am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to find? Church? I hear church is a nice place to find a good girl. But then again, I think I'm just taking my my dating advice from Coming to America. Maybe I need to start. Maybe I need to start hanging around McDowell's. You know, their burgers don't have seeds. Keith says, "Why go with the zipper down when you can just go without pants?" Because standards, Keith. Jeez, I think I can get away with no zipper down. I just can't get away without pants. Okay, I'm not saying that. Yeah. Emily says the Black Awareness Rally. Find a good girl there. I don't know. I have no idea where. I don't know where my next date's gonna. I don't know where my first date's gonna come from. I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to film my first date. My first date back. I would like to film it. Just parts of it. Obviously not the whole thing. I think that wouldn't be awkward. I think it's gonna be interesting. I haven't dated anybody. I haven't dated anyone for years. I'm talking like 7 years. Keith says I should go to a band gig and come see his band play. Keith, are there women there? Nice woman there? Can I find a nice woman there? I don't know. I think Keith, I think you should follow me around with the camera on my first date and then film it all. So we can put this. You know what? Emily brings up a good point, writing workshops. Because I was actually talking to Sarah earlier. Because, you know, she does a lot of classes at, there's a local place called The Muse. That's a little writing center. It's a fantastic place. I think that's a really good idea. I was honestly thinking about going in and taking a few classes. Because what I've, you know what? I've noticed I've started doing not weird things. I've been doing things that I used to do. Now that we're kind of scaling back, I don't have to worry about the station so much. That's ended, and yes, Keith's asking if you can provide commentary like Mystery Science Theater 3000 during the date. Of course, I wouldn't expect anything else. Just make sure we can't hear it. I don't want anything ruining the romantic vibe of the evening. But yeah, I've been doing weird things now that I don't know, because like I'm not alone, but I don't feel tied to things. I've got my stuff that I'm doing here. I've got Popped. Eventually we'll get back to doing Good Morning You Drunks, despite the weepy jack-offs that was trying to tell you differently. And one of those things is I've gone back to writing. Since we broke up, since the station broke up, since all the breakups happened, I've written like 30,000 words of a novel, which seems like a lot, but I've noticed that I'm back to writing. It's one of the reasons why I haven't been doing as many daily videos. Because I also, the daily videos are coming back. I just need to get past the anger, because I noticed when I decided to sit down and do the interview with Heidi over this stuff, sorry, I was looking, I got text messages, stuff about the lawn, so much lawn. I'm tired of talking about the lawn. She's completely distracted me. Where was I going? Somebody tell me what I was going with that. Oh yeah, I actually wrote 30,000. I've written 30,000 words of a novel. I don't know if it's any good. I don't think it is. We'll see. It's about a succubus. So take from that what you will. But I feel more creative. Oh, the daily videos. Yeah, so I haven't been doing the daily videos just because I got to the point where I got to the point where I was doing a couple of the daily videos, and then I got to the one where I tried to interview her, and I realized that I need to get past this a little bit before I start doing daily videos again, because I don't think that there's any real value in me just doing whiny videos about being angry. So once I'm completely free of all the anger, we'll go back to the daily videos and we'll see where we go. Because I'd rather them be fun than just me lamenting on my situation. I'm wondering how I'm gonna date. We're definitely gonna figure out the date thing. I think rolling the dating process into the daily videos will be fun. Women love that. You know, women love just a guy putting all their business out onto the internet every single day. I love it. They love it more than anything in the world. So, what are you guys doing? What's happening in your world? I mean, I think it's pretty apparent what's happening with me. Women troubles, radio station troubles, and I can't seem to get my lawn done. I couldn't even get a lawn service to get out here before Wednesday. I was like, you know what? Wasn't there a time when kids just roamed the streets dragging lawnmowers? I got no time. Every time I make time to go do my lawn, it rains. Jenny is on a new caramel popcorn diet. You know, I don't know how you guys feel about popcorn, but have you guys ever been to Ocean City in Maryland? Or, as Jenny just recently, I think, went, Rehoboth Beach in Delaware. They're they're kind of close together, resort places. Ocean City's rough. You can't, I tried to go back to Ocean City. I spent a lot of time as a kid there. I tried to go a couple years ago, and it was so gridlocked that it was impossible to even get to the boardwalk. It's just not a fun place to be. But one of the most fantastic things that they have is a little thing called Fisher's Popcorn. It's possibly the best caramel popcorn that you can get in the world. And I love it. I love it so much. Jenny offered to get me some, and I just had to say no. Like, don't bring me any caramel popcorn. Because she was like, what size? And I'm immediately thinking, I don't think you have a car big enough for the size that I wanted. Don't you start that Chicago nonsense. Care about Chicago popcorn. This is the best caramel corn you can get, and it comes out hot. You shove it in your face and just burns your mouth, and you love it anyway. Emily knows what Emily knows what I'm talking about with this Fisher's popcorn. It's so good, and all I wanted was I just wanted tubs and tubs and tubs. Keith is trying to come in with the Chicago nonsense. Oh man, Chicago. You know what? A lot of good things in Chicago, but it ain't no Fisher's popcorn. It's no Thrasher's fries. Although I don't know if Thrasher's holds up. There's also a fry place, and there's always a line. Even in the off season, there's a line to get these French fries. And they're the awesome kind of fries that you dip in the peanut oils, and you dip it in the vinegars. It's fantastic fries. I don't know if they still hold up. I don't know if they're still good. I haven't been to Thrasher's. Jenny says that Thrasher's does hold up in her opinion, and I trust her opinion because she's got good taste, because she knows about Fisher's popcorn. I hate that so many of my memories of places center around food. It seems to be a recurring theme with me. Whenever I'm thinking back at a place, it's always food related. Back when I used to go to Ocean City back in the 80s, there was and 90s, whatever. There was a place called the Alaska Stand that had like just these really great turkey subs. I miss them. I miss food, guys. I really miss food. I'm really trying to get to a point where I'm not eating food just to eat food. I did cheat last night. I had a cheesesteak after eating lasagna. I had lasagna and then I had cheesesteak. It wasn't a good day. But you know what? I needed a cheesesteak. I needed a cheat day. Emily brings a good point. How do the non-fats remember things? Like, how do you guys... That's why you guys are always taking pictures, right? You need the pictures to remind you. Me, I just need... I need the smell of, like, you know, onions and peppers frying on a grill. And I'm in. Oh. Keith had a lettuce wrap at Jimmy John's. I had to actually come home and eat. I went and I got my post-workout smoothie. And then I came home and I had to have some food. So I had a nice salad. There's some chicken in there. Threw some chicken on top. It's a little chicken. But yeah, I don't know. I clearly I'm not the only person that that remembers places based off of food. Like sometimes I'll start craving stuff that's been gone for a long time. Like there was a place called Rockola. I don't know if you guys remember the Rockola Cafe. It started out with you know, it used to have like a 50s kind of jukebox feel, obviously. So it was kind of themed to that. But they had a sandwich there it was one of the most basic sandwiches that I've ever had. But in that simplicity was perfection. And all it was called a country club. And all it was it was just slices of chicken, thick, like, slices of chicken. Nothing special about the chicken, not seasoned any particular way, just nice, juicy chicken. And they were in strips. They were kind of like the strips that you would get. And I think they may have even been boiled. And they put that on Texas toast with a single piece of Swiss cheese and mayonnaise, and that's it. For some reason, I've never been able to replicate that sandwich. And when I say that's it, that's it. Like, there were no special sauces or spices. It was chicken, Swiss cheese, Texas toast, and mayonnaise. That was it. Emily says that she still craves food from elementary school lunchroom. Square pizzas. I never... See, I had a stay-at-home mom for most of my... Especially for elementary school. For elementary school and most of junior high, I had a stay-at-home mom. So, I used to get jealous of the other kids because they would go get school lunches. But, like, I would always have, like, lunches made for me. So I'd have, like, great lunches, like, you know, a nice sandwich, and, you know, like a pudding cup, like a can of soda. Like, I had a lunch that they would salivate over. But I would, like, be jealous because I wouldn't be able to get the school lunches that they got. It's ridiculous. I don't know why it was like that. Chris says doctor tells him that he needs to consume far less salt. So he's in far less salt hell. You know, I am trying to also do the far less salt, and that might be harder than the sugar. I don't know how I'm gonna cut down on salt. I definitely need to. I'm really scared I'm gonna have a heart attack, but I oversalt everything. Like, I don't salt things. I oversalt. It's going to be tough. And brings up a good memory. They had a giant marinated steak from the Great Steak. I don't know if you guys ever went to the Great Steak. It was one of those places that tricks you into actually cooking your own meal and then paying a premium for it. So like in hindsight, it's like I'm paying to cook my own meal. And I'm paying a lot of money for it. But they had a marinated steak that I think we at one time tried to, like, replicate this marinade that's on it. I think it was just like pineapple and some teriyaki, and we can never get it quite right. I don't know what it is that they did with those steaks, but that was the best steak. I loved those steaks. Even though they made me cook my own steak, I still loved it. I remember one time I accidentally undercooked. Like, I undercooked it to the point where it was like just raw in the middle. I ate it anyway. It was that good. Oh, I miss that place. I miss that place. There was a fantastic. God, it was so white trash. There was a potato bar. I would love the potato bar. I would just take and, like, you put a little sour cream. You get your potato. You can have as many potatoes as you want. Get like 4 potatoes, line them up, and then just pour sour cream and as much as much cheddar cheese as I could. I would put so much cheddar cheese on those and chives, just cheddar cheese and chives and sour cream, so good. So I don't remember the bread. Steven brought up the bread. I don't remember the bread. Did they have yeast rolls? I assume they had some sort of yeast rolls. I go nuts over a yeast roll. I'm trying to do better with that too. Trying not to eat carbs and trying to eat way less bread. And I love bread. Bread is so good. Why is everything that's so delicious like fattening for you? Bread is some of the best. Like, if you get a oh, that's right. That's right. They had the loaves of Italian bread. Like, they weren't anything special, but what you would do is they had a garlic. They had a tub of garlic something. I would say butter, but it was probably garlic chemical. And you would take a paintbrush. They basically had a paintbrush. I feel like they actually had a paintbrush. They just had a paintbrush in it. You would shove the paintbrush into the butter, the garlic butter, and then you would just slap it on the bread and then slap the bread on the grill. Oh man. I can't deal with this. I'm so hungry now. I feel bad. Bringing all this up. God, I want some of that bread now. I want I want a nice giant steak. They were so good. It was a marinated sirloin. I've always been a fan of the sirloin. I know it's like is it the white trash cut? Where's my camera? Camera? I feel like my camera might actually have autofocus on. Why? Logitech, why can't you make a camera that works with OBS? That's what I have to say. Make a camera that works with OBS that doesn't destroy my settings every time I shut it down. It's Inside Baseball. You guys don't care. I was talking about steak. Sirloin might be Steven says the strip is the way to go. Strip is good. Well, a nice porterhouse. Is it the porterhouse that's basically a strip on one side and a fillet on the other? Or is that a T-bone? No, T-bone's just T-bone, huh? Man. Is there anything better than a steak? Like, I know there's vegans out there and you're going to be like, yeah, something else. Chris says that ribeye is the white trash cut. Man, I don't know. You get a nice marbled sirloin or a marbled ribeye, because a ribeye, you can marinate that ribeye, and that ribeye will get the marinade will get all soaked up in that fat, the marble. It's just delicious. I'm gonna eat my microphone. That's what's gonna happen now. Steven says a porterhouse is a large T-bone. I feel like isn't there? There's a cut though that like it's a strip on one side, and then a fillet on the other, right? That's fantastic. I just love taking a big. Is there anything better than just getting a big steak, getting it going, just taking a big slab of butter, get the butter going, and then just slapping that steak down, frying it in the butter, and then putting more butter on top. Butter. Steaks. Okay, so yeah, okay, so it is the T-bone. The T-bone does have strip and fillet. That's important to know. Always go T-bone if you want a strip and a fillet. Man, I've had some fillets though, especially if you get a nice sauce. And I'm not one for putting sauce on a steak, but sometimes you get a nice fillet with like a good like mustard and caper sauce or something. Oh, that's fantastic. But it's also kind of blasphemous. I like just slap that steak down. What's the best side for the steak? I think steak best side for steak is clearly the potato, the baked potato. You got to go baked potato with it. Fully loaded. Steak and a baked potato, best meal you can have. Once they finally catch me and put me on death row, that's going to be my final meal. Also, if you are the cops, don't catch me and put me on death row. I'm sure I've done nothing. Whew. Steak, baked potatoes. Ooh, Ginny's bringing up the grilled asparagus. I will say, grilled asparagus, very tasty. So I think that's gonna be okay. I say that's our perfect meal. We get a nice steak, the cut you want. I think Steven's right though. Maybe you go with a strip or a sirloin. Depends on the mood. Or filet, whatever. Pair that with a loaded baked potato. Get a little grilled asparagus, because Jenny, I'm right there with you. You gotta have some vegetables. And you start it off with a nice now do you start out with a soup or do you ooh. Now Keith's changing the game a little bit. Emily knows that I'm out with the mushrooms and onions. Get out of here with those mushrooms and onions. But Keith's changing it up. He's changing the game. He's saying garlic green beans. So what is it? Garlic green beans or grilled asparagus that we're going to go for our vegetable? Oh, that's a tough one. Me personally, I think I'm going to go with the garlic green beans. You don't have that stigma with the pea. I think that's important. I'm freaked out by weird smelling pea. Oh, I'm getting so hungry. Jenny wants to start with a blue cheese wedge salad. Nah, I can't argue with that. Especially if it's got a little bit of bacon on top of it. Yeah, oh, that's good. Oh, what am I doing to myself? You guys are making me nuts. This is why I don't watch porn. Like, I don't watch porn, but like you put me in front of the Food Network, I'm gonna get off. Guarantee it. That's how it happens. It's just how I work. Pornography, You put me on a Food Network, I'm in. I am in. Pants are down. Jenny's scolding me. Of course it has bacon on it. What am I talking about? Of course you're going to have bacon on a blue cheese wedge salad. Perfect deal. So what do you have for dessert? I think you got to have... This is tough because you know what? Dessert, personally, a lot of times I like a nice creme brulee. But you can't finish that meal off with a nice creme brulee. That's ridiculous. But I'm thinking maybe a really, really good bread pudding. Like a nice bread pudding. Or you go a little more traditional and you just get a nice slice of pie. Maybe apple. Like a nice warm apple a la mode. Throw a big daub of vanilla ice cream on top of it. There you go. Perfect meal. Doesn't get any better than that. Unless, of course, you go into the, an Italian meal. Or Mexican. Food is just so awesome. Oh, Jenny's going to go with the brownie sundae. I can't argue with that. I have a fun story. And this actually involves... one of you guys were actually there for this story. Applebee's Bar and Grill. I think they actually want to be Grill and Bar now. The Applebee's used to have a delicious... I think it was like a brownie, like a blondie brownie sundae thing. and they would put like this maple cream sauce on top of it. It was fantastic. It was one of my favorite desserts. We would get it a lot of, we'd go to the Applebee's just to get that, because I can't think of any other reasons to go to the Applebee's. Have you ever been to an Applebee's and thought this is good food? You've probably been to an Applebee's and thought this is food. When the comment card comes along, you go, okay, what did you think about the food? You just check 5. It's a 5. I ate it, and it'll give my body energy, maybe. And that's about all I can ask for from an Applebee's meal. But this dessert was fantastic. So I'm there with some people. One of the people may actually be in this chat right now. I can't tell because I can't really see who's in it. And we ordered it, and we're eating it, and it tastes terrible. Like it tastes rancid. And we call the waiter over, and we're like, dude, this is really, really bad. And for some reason, he didn't believe us, and he wouldn't help us. And we're like, but this is terrible. What? Eat it. And he's like, well, I'm not eating it. It's terrible. So we try to eat a few more bites, and it's like I can't even explain how rancid it was. It was like, you expect something, like it was bitter. Like you're expecting something nice and sweet and maple, and instead you get motor oil. It was kind of like that. And finally, they go back in the back, and they're doing their little thing, and trying to ignore us. They give us the bill. They're like, you're going to have to pay for that rancid thing. We're like, come on! And I don't want to make a scene, so I'm just going to pay for it. And they finally come back to bring us the change, and the guy was like, "Oh, yeah, we found out what was wrong with your dessert. We accidentally poured the Philly cheesesteak sauce on top of it." Have you ever had Philly cheesesteak sauce on top of ice cream and brownie? Well, it doesn't taste great. That was not a great story either. I could have probably told that a lot faster. Hey guys, we had a brownie sundae and they accidentally poured Philly cheesesteak sauce on top of it. Boom, done. They're not all winners. Much like my life right now. I just need a win. What am I going to do, guys? What am I going to do to get a win? I feel like this is going well. I like our time together. I gotta start, I think it's to the point now where I gotta start growing this. I think it'll grow once I start doing the daily videos again. I just gotta make sure everything's rolling. Everything's rolling properly on the daily videos. And then, everything's good in my life, and then I can roll on them and just not miss days and actually come up with good ideas. Right now I'm really not doing much other than just, I feel like every day I'm putting out more and more fires, and just figuring out what the next part of my life is going to be. I feel like a lot of things have really broken down. That's not to say that I'm not making changes. I think I really feel like I'm morphing into something else, into another person. And I also don't think that even though I've been doing a lot of things over the last few years, issues and Radio Free Radio, the podcasting, I don't think I've really been living. I've just kind of been existing. And I think if I'm gonna stay around for a while, as in not die, which if I keep exercising, there's a good chance that I won't die anytime soon-ish. I don't have a ton of time left, but I got a good amount of time. I gotta find a way to be better, I think that's what I'm trying to do now. I want to be a better person. I want to be a better friend. I don't think I'm always the best friend. I want to eat better. I want to find a girl who maybe fits me a little better, you know, fits in with me a little better. I think it's okay that it's not tidy, you know. I mean, it's gonna have to be. I'm sad that it's not, you know. I was rooting for. I was hoping it was, but I think it's okay that it's not. I would have liked Radio Free Radio to be something a little bigger, but I think what it was a good experiment in how you can get momentum behind a grassroots effort like that, and actually produce content that people want to listen to and want to watch. I just got to find a way to do that, you know, with myself, with my content that I'm putting out here. I just want to be positive now. I want to be way less negative. I want to make art. I want to continue making art. I know a lot of people are like, oh, make art. Well, I mean, you would have had to make some sort of art in the first place to make more art. I don't know. I like to think that I like to think that there's some sort of artistic merit to this stuff. Maybe not always, but it's not easy to just, you know, get on a cam and talk for an hour and be entertaining while you do it. I know that's subjective. A lot of you out there are like, well, I'm not entertained now. We'll change that. I want to play around with some new formats and really find a way. You know, I keep, it all kind of keeps going back to this thought I have about entertainment and where it's going. I really think that with stuff like this, with YouTube, with the barrier being down, that there's a lot of cool things that can be made, and I want to be one of those guys that's out there making cool stuff. I don't know if this is it. I definitely don't think this is it, but if I can get on here and I can look into my webcam and I can produce something that you guys like twice a week, then I think that's something. And if that something is something I think is honest, and I don't know. I gotta find new ways. I gotta find new ways to be entertaining, and to bring you guys entertainment, and to bring you guys into it. It's really about the interactivity. Entertainment's not static anymore, and I want to find new ways that you guys can interact, and we can play together. I gotta figure out what those things are and how we use them. You know, how do we play games? Obviously, I think we've got to the point where, you know, we got a pretty good conversation going back and forth. We can talk about food. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess what I'm trying to say is I really appreciate each and every one of you guys that tune in, that watch, that supports everything, that supported Radio Free Radio, that will tune in on a Monday night, even though you've got a wide variety of things that you could be watching. I appreciate that you choose to hang out with me for a little while, and we can chat and talk about food, primarily, it seems like, and it makes the world a little less lonely. I don't know what this is all going to morph into. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know if it's just an exercise in narcissism and vanity. But I don't want it to be. And see, the stupid drunk. This is the drunk's fault. I just want to point out that this is the drunk's fault. They they started this with their, hey, we're having the last show, even though we're all going to be together and broadcasting on Saturday. We're going to have the last show. I do love those guys. I'm not going to become a beautiful butterfly. Thank you, Jenny. I am not. I just... Whatever. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions on what comes next, I'm open to hear them. I think for the first time in a long time, everything's open. Everything's open for me. Entertainment-wise, you know, and the way that I put together my art, my relationship. I do still have a job, which is fantastic, but for the most part, I guess I could do anything that I want. I just have to figure out what that is and how to get it to you guys. And honestly, I got to figure out what you guys want. I am not doing a Matstravaganza. I would like to point out that I can say Matstravaganza. I feel like you spelled it incorrectly, and that's on you. Yeah, reach out to me. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know what you guys want to see out of the daily videos. I'm gonna start getting out and around the area, and doing a few different types of videos for some things, some location. Keith, we should not do Drunk to Pop. Drunk to Pop is a terrible idea. Although, you know what? I think we should do. We should do one Drunk Popped. Although I don't know who's gonna tune in. I'm not great drunk. I'm not a good drunk. I'm probably just gonna try to fight a shadow. If I get really drunk and like a praying mantis comes in, I'm gonna fight that praying mantis. Well, there you go. That's what you guys get to look forward to. We're gonna do drunk episodes of shows. Seriously though, I want to thank everybody for supporting supporting me personally, and more importantly for supporting everything that Radio Free Radio was and what it will be in death, which is, I don't know, just one thing in this area that didn't succeed. No, Emily, it suggests live from the treadmill. We are definitely not doing live from the treadmill. You're just gonna get this face. That's it. And then I'll die. I'm not doing drunk shows. Oddly enough, I have been sober through every single one of these. If you know me, I don't really drink that much. The only time I really drink is if Keith is involved. Keith's always getting me drunk. I think that's it, guys. You know, maybe we'll end this one a little early. I'm gonna go over here and find my music. I hope you guys are happy. That came off more of a threat. Jenny wants to see two dudes kissing live. That came off more as a threat. But seriously, I hope you guys are able to find something that makes you happy, and then do it. Who cares what anybody says? Do things that make you happy. Go to the gym. Eat steaks. Have a lot of ice cream. Just pour salt directly onto your tongue. Eat sugar cubes. That's probably the best advice I can give to you. I mean, we're going to die anyway. Let's all die happy. I'll see you guys Thursday.